Have you ever felt so completely done with everything? Like you're emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and financially just empty? That was Jason. He was the kind of guy who'd open the fridge for the 10th time, hoping that life had magically restocked itself in the last 3 minutes. Spoiler alert, it never did. One morning, the reality of it all hit him like a ton of bricks. He glanced at his bank account, his never-ending to-do list, the stack of unpaid bills, and the mountain of laundry that was practically mocking him. In a quiet, defeated whisper, he said to himself, "I think I'm just going to run away." But then, a strange thought sparked in his mind. Wait, what if I actually do it? What if I literally run away from my problems? Most people would have laughed it off as a ridiculous idea. But not Jason. Jason was desperate. He dug out his old running shoes, the ones from a brief forgotten burst of motivation 3 years ago. He swung open his front door and just started sprinting down the street like a superhero who'd completely misunderstood his mission. It was 7:30 in the morning. People were commuting. Kids were heading to school. Dogs were doing their morning business. And then there was Jason, running like he was being chased by a flock of very angry geese. He wasn't an athlete. He wasn't fast. But he was fueled by the most powerful energy source known to humanity. The "I can't deal with this anymore" energy. As he pounded the pavement, he started yelling, "I'm faster than my problems. You can't catch me responsibilities. Stress. Eat my dust." People stared. Dogs tilted their heads. Even the pigeons seemed confused. But Jason was in his own world, a man on a mission to outrun his life. Of course, reality caught up to him after about 5 minutes. He came to a screeching halt, bent over, gasping for air, feeling like his lungs were about to stage a protest. "Oh my God," he wheezed, "my problems aren't stopping. But I am." And there, collapsed on the sidewalk, a completely exhausted mess. Jason had a revelation. A silly, beautiful, profound revelation. Running didn't magically erase his problems. But for those few minutes, it made him feel like he had some power back, even if it was just the power of a dying potato. He sat up, still catching his breath, and a new thought formed. Wait a minute. Maybe the lesson isn't to outrun my problems. Maybe the lesson is just to move, even if I look absolutely ridiculous doing it. And trust me, he did look ridiculous. So ridiculous that a sweet old grandma walking by paused and asked, "Sweetheart, are you all right? You look like a hamburger that's been left out in the sun." But just as he was about to give up and crawl home, a bee landed on his arm. He panicked. And what do you do when you panic? You run. So he scrambled to his feet and started running again, this time fueled by a primal fear of getting stung. As he ran, something strange started to happen. He felt a tiny bit better. The crushing weight of the world on his shoulders felt a little lighter. The tornado of anxious thoughts in his head quieted down to a gentle breeze. His problems? Oh, they were still there, waiting for him back home. But they weren't sitting on his chest, suffocating him anymore. He realized something incredibly important. You don't have to be fast. You don't have to be strong. You definitely don't have to be perfect. You just have to move. Even if you move like a confused penguin on a hot sidewalk. From that day on, Jason ran. Every single day. Some days he ran for 5 minutes, some days 10. There were days he'd run for 30 seconds before dramatically collapsing like an actor in a soap opera. But the important thing was, he moved. He kept moving. And slowly, bit by bit, his life started to change. His mind became clearer. The constant buzz of stress got quieter. His emotions, which had been a raging storm, became calmer. He even started to feel a little more confident. His problems were still there, of course. The bills didn't pay themselves, and the laundry didn't fold itself. But he wasn't scared of them anymore, because he had learned a simple but powerful truth. You can't always escape your problems, but you can outrun the version of yourself who gives up. And that changes everything. One evening, Jason stood in front of his house, sweaty, tired, but with a sense of pride he hadn't felt in years. He looked up at the sky, took a deep breath, and whispered, "I don't need to run away from life. I just need to run with life." And for the first time in a long, long time, Jason felt alive. Not perfect, not fixed, just alive. And sometimes that's more than enough. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe you don't need a grand plan. Maybe you just need to put on your shoes and move. Just a little. You might be surprised at who you find on the other side. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one.